What's up, everybody? Welcome to the video on how to use that that thing over right there, this thing right there. How to use the Elgato and OBS, which is obviously what I'm recording with, as you can see here. I just have it on this screen for now because I actually play my Switch on my main monitor, which is this one here, and this is what you're looking at. I do have a TV, but I prefer looking like eye level and not having to look upwards. Um, it would obviously be a lot easier for me if I did have the TV like a little bit lower, so I can just do this. But instead I'm like this, so it doesn't really matter. But it would be helpful if you have two screens for this, whether it being like a TV for your Switch or console and a monitor for your PC. Obviously you need an Elgato, which I have right there. I have a HD60S. I unboxed it the other day if you want to go check out that video. Also on that topic, I'm actually doing a Pokemon series right now on the Switch, so check that out. Leave a like, sub, whatever. So, my dog just jumped up on the bed. So let's get into this video. So, basically what I have is my Switch back here. I have the HDMI port in the back leading into the HDMI input, as you can see there, in. It's probably very blurry for you, I'm sorry about that. But it says in. And then the USB-C connector, that leads into the back of my PC, down there somewhere. And then, basically, for the Elgato output, here, that leads into the back of my monitor. So, whenever I want to play my Switch, I can either do this on my monitor, where I just select the input, HDMI 2, and then when I turn my Switch on, with this, so you can see it on the screen now, obviously you can see it on the screen, but when I change it to HDMI 2, it is on my screen, so I can move around and everything. And technically speaking, you can play it off of your OBS display, but there could be potential, not lag, but a little bit of a delay, because it's not instant. It's like 10 milliseconds or something, so there will be some sort of a delay. I experienced it in one of my other videos I just did on one of my Pokemon episodes, so I had to basically move the entire video file like half of half a second, which is kind of annoying to link back up. But to fix that issue, just unplug the HDMI cord from the Elgato and put it back in, and it will fix. Or you can just close OBS and reopen it. So, as you can see now, I'm using both my monitors again, but my Switch is still open, so technically I can play like this. But this here is my actual display. This is what I usually have when I'm recording my Switch games, but this is what I'm using right now, just for this video purposes. Also, by the way, that's a mosquito bite, yeah. So what you want to do, obviously, get OBS. That is the first step. I'm just going to do this so there's not like heaps of me. So obviously, shush phone, I'm sorry about that. Obviously, get OBS, first step. Get an Elgato, second step. Also get a Switch or a console or whatever you want. And then open up OBS, go down to the scenes tab and make a new scene. I'm just going to call it tutorial. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it Switch, you can call it this, you can call it that. But now what you want to do, hopefully this, you can't see anything right now, of course. So, can I open a second version of OBS? Launch anyway, will that work? Is that going to work? Oh my god, I think this is going to work. Okay, so, I think this is working. Sure, let's pretend it's working. Obviously, we created this tutorial thing here. Now you go over to sources, add video capture device. Now I'm just going to call it Elgato. You can call it whatever you want. Click OK. And then you have to select your Elgato Game Capture HD, or again, whatever it's called. Not this top version here, this. Once you select that, it will say 1 moment please, and then it would obviously have to, sometimes it takes about 20-25 seconds to actually work. I don't think it will work just because I already have it open there, like on 2 profiles already. Then what you want to do is click configure video, and for whatever you have, you choose it. So if I have an Xbox One, I'll choose that. 360, PlayStation 4, 3, PC, iPad, iPod, iPhone, Wii U, Nintendo Switch. So that's what I have. Then obviously HDMI, because that's the default cord adapter that you're using. What you want, well, what I use is HD 1080, because what's the point otherwise? Color range, standard. You can do expanded if you want. I mean, it's up to you. I would just recommend leaving it on default for now until you figure out what's what. So yeah, HD 1080, allow 60 FPS, I tick, and then everything else is default. And then done. And then resolution / FPS type, I'd change that to custom, and resolution obviously would be 1920 by 1080, and then 60 FPS. And then I'll just click OK, and then it'll be good if it works, but I don't think it will just because I already have it open, like here. But yeah, that's basically it. You can use the Game Capture HD if you want, but this is a tutorial for the OBS Studio, that is. OBS Studio is free, so is the Game Capture. It's technically better, I suppose, to use the Game Capture. It's just OBS is a lot easier, and I guess it's more intuitive. Like you can learn, you can teach yourself and learn yourself. Although you're probably watching this video because you don't know how to do it. But yeah, it's literally everything comes with your PC. Once you buy your Elgato, you don't have to buy any other cords because it comes with the USB 3 connector, which is what mine is. So USB Type-C into USB 3, which goes into the back of my computer. The HDMI comes from my Switch into the input of the Elgato, and then the output goes from obviously the output into the back of your TV, monitor, whatever you have, and then you can play. So, I mean, there's no delay right now. Sometimes it would be, depending on like your CPU usage and stuff like that. Now once you have all that set up, you would have to, change all of this to whatever you want. This is what I use if you want to copy. I have a good PC though, so I mean, depends. I can probably do higher bitrate, but then my video files will be huge. I'm doing recording about 30 minutes is about 17 gigabytes ish, depending on obviously what it is. So yeah, 1920 by 1080p. Well, 1920 by 1080, but it's 1080p, 60 FPS. Yeah, 60,000 bit rate, kilobytes per second for bit rate. And then I don't think I've actually set this up properly, but I mean, I think it's all default, to be honest. And then yeah, that's basically all the same. So this is just how to set up. Ignore this, by the way, ignore the Minecraft. That's just, I did this for the purpose of this video. Yeah, so literally just add the source, set it up, and then you can play if you want. I can just stretch this out like that, and I can play, or if I turn my head invisible, I can play like this. But I decided to put it onto that screen there and pull it up on this full monitor so I can play first hand instead of through the potential delay. But I mean, it's up to you. You can play through that if you want, but since I have 2 monitors, one's huge, so I mean, why not? Yeah, that's basically it. thank you all for watching. My dog is curled up in a ball on the bed because she's a cutie. Her name's Evie, by the way. But yeah, if you're all new around here, make sure to like, subscribe. Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to, check out my Pokemon playthrough. As of right now, I've recorded about 8 episodes. I think I've uploaded 5. 6 is going up probably after this video. So yeah, peace out, everybody. If you actually, before I say peace out, if you need a hand with anything, like if you want help, ask in the comments. I will do my best to respond as soon as possible. I do work, I do sleep. I'm in Australia, so if it's like the middle of the day for you in America, it's like 1 a.m. the next day for me, the middle of the night. So if it's like that, then I can't respond until I wake up, and then I work in the mornings, so it's hard for me, but I will do my best to respond as soon as possible and with an actual response trying to help you. But if it did help and it's all working, smash the like button and let me know in the comments that it helped, because yeah, I figured this out myself. It took a while to like set everything up properly, but now that it's set up, I can just game and be a gamer. So yeah, peace out, everybody.